Okay, so this is your feedback for evaluation question number 3. So this is what have you learned from your audience feedback, which you've written there. Okay, so this is good. So you've established the purpose of audience feedback. Yep, good. This is nice, a little introduction to the different formats you've used to do so. That's good. Yep. Okay. So before we go any further, at this point now, so where I'm pointing my mouse here, after you've done that little intro, what we should be doing now is putting an overview as to what you learned from your initial audience feedback, which was here, your audience research. Now under this section, you'd have been telling us about how you your results here, so we can put all this stuff back in, and then you can say, right, so how did you then, in your work, show me an image of where you met that requirement. Yeah, so if half the people said they wanted to see one scene structured around a trailer, what did you do and how have you responded in your work to that work? Where are we? We've got this one here in terms of low-key lighting abyss for horror. So show me on screen where you've used low-key lighting to meet this expectation. If it's fast-paced, show me on screen where you have done this in your trailer by editing that montage section down as a separate video, independent of the whole 1-minute trailer, and put that next to it and say, as you can see, we have satisfied the audience's expectations. Where you've talked about this stuff as well, like the colour scheme, you need to show me once again where you've shown where you've used, say for example here, that layout to meet audience expectation, where you've used that colour scheme to meet audience expectation. So the whole point of this in the first section is to show me the evidence from your finished work of where you've actually met the stuff that you found out at the start and how it's influenced it. Now of course if you haven't met it, it doesn't mean the work isn't successful, but you need to put in a comment saying why you decided not to go for the audience research. So one thing you've learned from audience research might be that actually they're not best placed to always make those correct decisions. So that's the first thing to summarise what we need to be seeing here in your evaluation question 3 is how you've met the demands of the first part of audience research that you did. So you would have done one for trailer, one for poster, one for magazine. So elaborate on that by going through the work and talk about where it meets that. The second thing that needs to be added before you get into the analysis of the stuff you found out this time around is who would be your typical audience member. So is it a male oriented, is it over 18, is it under 15, is it female oriented, is it both? It can't be 15 and 18, and you want to sort of put that on there so we know who your audience is. Okay, walking through, so we've got our male and female ratio, so that's good, so we need to talk about that, which is good. Well done, this is detailed. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's good, so there's some good kind of comments on there. Yep. Okay. Good. Moving on to magazine feedback. Yep. Okay, so we should have some sort of commentary here on the different results that you've got. So not just the results, but we should have this shows this, this shows this, this shows this. You can add like a little caption at the bottom which tells us that. Yeah, that's good, so you've done it there, so that's fine. That's very nice. Yeah, you've done that there, very detailed. Good piece of work this. Yeah, I like that. Very detailed. So at the end of this we've got a conclusion. Nice, well done, like that. Poster feedback. Okay, good. So we've got the poster questions there. Yep. So again, all these ones would need commentary, like analysis. So what does this show? This yes, no. The fact you've only got 6 people does need to be addressed, because who are these 6 people as well? You know, are they the audience that you said it was going to be up here, that we said needs added in? You know, the typical audience member. Is that who actually answered this? So there are some things here you've discussed. Overall conclusion. Yep. Again, when you're talking about the main image, you should be putting some images on here or some GIFs, like rotating through the poster where you've sectioned it into the important elements that they've picked up on. Otherwise we don't really have any examples. So you know, I'd have like that bit and that bit and that bit where you're actually getting that feedback. Okay, good. So at the moment the thing that's missing seems to be yep, okay, so that's a magazine, so no, we've got everything covered in there. Yeah, good. So what you can do to improve it, besides those 2 things that I've said, at the moment I'd say we're looking probably at about the kind of, around about the sort of C- area. I think you need to include the stuff I said at the start, where you've got your previous audience research and then go through and evidence how you've met that. That would bring it up to probably the kind of C+. And then if you want the higher grades, which are quite easy to achieve, I'd probably recommend that you do these video reaction videos, because what we've got at the minute is a lot of images, a lot of scrolling. We don't really have a great deal of variety in terms of software, so there's no prezis or emazes or any of that in there. So again, this adds you a dimension. So you do one for each, one for poster. This is the trailer section. You can see there that they've filled in a handwritten thing as well, so you can photograph those. And they do one for a trailer, and they do one for a poster, and they do one for a magazine as well. I think there you go, there's the magazine ones and there's the poster ones. Just give them to them on a phone and ask them for their reactions and filming them on another phone. So that would help you then bring it up to the A grade, which you guys would need now to maintain your level 4 average result. Thanks very much. Good piece of work.